This is Brandi Hammon with Mountain Luxury Real Estate with a quick update on the Eden real estate market and what's been happening. A wrap up of 2022, a little snapshot of what's coming in 2023, just to kind of give you a feel of where I think the market's going. Condos, they're the lower portion of this market. They represent the most achievable purchase. They started out at in 2019 at $350,000 as the median value. You know, our pacing, and we haven't had a lot of new condo product either. So we watched through 2021 and 2022, the condos topped at about $460,000. We're seeing every product increase. Moose Hollow increased, Wolf Lodge increased. Village condos actually, well, they're actually townhomes, so those did pretty well in the 600s. By the time all that was done, we're coming out this year back at about $350,000. They're stable, and that is your median price. You're gonna have stuff higher and you're gonna have stuff lower, but the lower end has been pulled up. We're not seeing anything really below 200 anymore in the condo market. And then pacing's on track. We're still selling about the same inventory that we did in 2019. I do think condos are gonna remain strong. They're an entry-level product here, and people who are looking to build a house, it's a product they buy to live in so they don't have to pay a ton of rent, so they can oversee their project. It's the first step into a ski town where they like, hey, I'm gonna take a condo, see if I like it there, and then maybe later I'll move there or build a second home there or buy a second home. So I do expect condos to remain stable, and oftentimes they can become an income producing property as well. And then townhomes, a little bit different product. They're all vertical. There's nobody above or below you. We did see huge appreciation in the townhome product over the course of the COVID crisis. And so we started in the 500s rolling into 2019, like 561, and then we got as high as 975 last year in 2022. I don't have any data yet for 2023, which is interesting. There was a moratorium in Eden at Wolf Creek Water and Sewer that drove people to buy condos that would have built. That moratorium lasted in the 2-year range and has just barely been lifted. And now construction costs are still relatively high. We haven't seen those come down yet. So I do think the townhome product will retain value. I don't think it'll retain the peaks that we saw coming out of 2022. There were townhomes selling in the 1.3 and 1.4 range. So I expect those to come down a little bit. The volume was only 10 units in 2022. We sold 40 of them in 2021. The availability of product was greatly reduced as well. Part of that is that Village project was completed and sold out. The last of the Ridge units were gone. Really, we're kind of at a loss of inventory. We're just looking at resales on the townhome product. Then you go to single family. And single family is really interesting to me. Always, it's kind of a benchmark for land. It's a benchmark for condos and townhomes. It's the thing that establishes a market. In 2021, the median value in Ogden Valley was $799. Prior to that, it was actually $655 in 2020. We've been seeing really strong appreciation. We jumped to $986 in 2022, and the time between January 1 and somewhere in May, we were still seeing appreciation. We saw north of 20% appreciation. That all got gobbled up as the year shifted. But the interesting thing is 2022 ended and we still had plenty of sales with a 23% increase in value from 2021. I'm always blown away by that because I really expected that to back off a lot more. But a couple things I'm seeing in the market that as I dug in to understand is, one, we have 35% of all transactions in 2022 were with cash. And then the second component is this year when I've paced what we're paying in cash, we're over 50%. Mind you, we're only, a month and change into the year, but 5 out of 9 transactions that have happened in the condo, townhome, and single family market have been cash. So that is explaining a little bit why we're not being as impacted as heavily by interest rates. But the thing I am seeing be impacted by is our volume. Prices are coming down. I'm not saying they're not, but the volume has slowed down. So now we have more inventory. There's a little more competition. Buyers have more to choose from. Sellers are still selling, but our volume didn't crash. Like, we've never been a crazy market as far as being hot. Is what I see now is we're on pace with 2018 and 2019 volume. So we're just in a normal market again. We're starting to follow our normal trends. Our normal pacing to pick up January 15th. We saw all online leads regenerate and start kicking in. I expect that to follow in suit for the rest of this year. During COVID, we didn't the patternization that I'm used to seeing in the seasonality wasn't here. So I do feel like that's returned. Hopefully this is a great snapshot of what's happening in Eden on the residential side. We'll get you some more info on land as well. Thanks for your time. I hope you have a great day. And if we can help you with anything else, give us a call at 801-745-8400.